So this is the self-development with tactics. Book. Quiz. Yeah, we're gonna go through another quiz, but this time it's actually something that's really interesting. It is more or less like a personal thing, so you're probably not gonna learn that much unless you wanna learn about me, then you're gonna learn something. But it is pretty interesting, you know, I think the concept is pretty interesting because it is all about the subconscious mind. Funny thing is, I'm at this point in time reading Too Soon Old, Too Late Smart by Dr. I don't remember, unfortunately. But it is an amazing book, and it is also just really easy to read and to digest and whatnot, because there's, I think, 30 chapters or something, and you know, every single chapter is on its own basically, and there's not a huge kind of story throughout the whole book. And I really liked it because then I can read one chapter and then just maybe don't read one chapter if I don't like it, or just even be like, okay, I'm gonna read a chapter today, and the next one is gonna be read, I don't know, in just a year. I could be doing this, and I think this is amazing, and I really liked it. And another topic in this book is actually the subconscious mind, and that it is a concept that not a lot of people like because it is some sort of a force that is basically deciding what you do, how you act, what you say, what you do, and all sorts of things. Like, it is indeed a little bit of a crazy thing, a little bit of a just definitely interesting thing. And yeah, therefore this is a quiz that kind of, I think, shows you what your subconscious mind is telling you and stuff. So these differences, small as they may seem, create the extreme variety of personalities in the world. Lay down on the couch and open up your mind so we can tell you how your subconscious personality guides you. Yes, and there we go. If you're spending an afternoon in the park with friends, what will you likely be doing? Taking pictures of nature, reciting poetry? Definitely not that. Dancing to music on my phone? No. Whatever everyone else is doing. What will you likely be doing? Taking pictures of her. I would, I think, do what everyone else is doing, even though it's not very satisfying for me to say, because don't do what everyone else is doing, because they want to have different things that you want to have. If you went on a tour of a cave, how would you be processing the experience? Taking mental pictures, talking to whomever is next to me, writing notes in a journal, walking in line and listening to the guide. If you went on a tour of a cave, I would not talk to anybody because I don't like that. If I'm experiencing something new, then I'm just always just looking and actually making mental pictures. Let's see. When someone recites a stanza of poetry, what are you thinking? What is a stanza? Stanza. I don't know what it is. A group of lines forming a basic recurring metrical unit in a poem. A verse. Okay. I'm trying to see the images. I'm wondering how this relates to anything. I'm feeling out the meaning. I'm wondering what other people are thinking. I'm trying to see the images. When someone recites a stanza, it's actually probably like the images, I would say. I'm feeling out the meaning. Yeah, I'm trying, but I'm very not good at... I'm going to use the pictures, or going to try to see the images. On a Friday evening after a taxing week of work, what do you need to deeply relax? A blank canvas and a paintbrush, a night of good food and drink, a thought-provoking film. My favorite show. This is a very good question. It's probably my favorite show. I think so, yeah, you know. Even though, like, I do also have to say, like, 4 answers. I don't know, but there's a huge amount of questions. So yeah, you know, I think they maybe just make up for the fact that it is only 4 things that you can be replying. Which fruit do you identify with your dream life? Grapefruit, grapes, pomegranate, banana. I'm weirdly just gravitating towards the banana, but I don't actually know. Grapefruit, grapes, pomegranate. I would pick the banana. Yeah. I don't know why. Which of the following reasons would get you out in the woods on a Saturday morning? To see the light in the trees, a run, to think through an idea, a group hike. To think through an idea. Definitely. Not that huge of a running guy. I like to ride my bike for just double the amount of time. I would rather do this, I guess, because I don't know, like, I just don't like running. I don't know why. I don't even know if it has been always the case. I don't think so, because I've been playing soccer. You know, maybe I just don't like running because there's no purpose in running, you know? Of course, like, if I'm riding my bike, then there's no purpose as well, but I'm way faster. and I'm able to see way more things in the same amount of time. So yeah, maybe this is just also my brain being so social media-ized, you know? I just have to have 10,000 things to see. Anyway, if you find yourself in encountering with children, what kinds of conversations will you have with them? We might play with Play-Doh and talk about what we are making. I would make small talk to pass the time. I would listen to what they were talking about and ask questions. I never know what to say to children. I would, I think, make small talk, to really be honest. Which of the following encounters would feel most reassuring to you? What does reassuring mean? I don't know what it means. Okay, put someone's mind at rest. Smelling a lemon blossom, seeing my group of friends, having a coffee alone at a favorite coffee or cafe, being affirmed by my best friend, seeing my group of friends. I would choose this one, I guess. When you are in conversation with a group and it is clear that everyone shares the same opinion, what is your reaction? I want to know what it looks like in action. I want to take the conversation to a more interesting topic. I want to voice the opposite opinion just to go against the grain, and I want to agree with everyone else. I would like to just take it to another topic or to a more interesting topic. What kind of dream have you encountered most often in your life? Walking through fields of tulpies? No. Intimate encounters? Swimming with whales? Awkward social situations? I would actually go for the awkward social situations. But the intimate encounters are probably also going to be quite close, but I'm going to take the awkward situations. If you have a vacation from work, which type of break sounds most appealing? Yeah, I can't read. A week to complete creative projects, a week to party on the beach with friends, a week to travel in a foreign country, a staycation to catch up on my shows. I don't know, like everything that kind of has to do with my friends, I guess. But I'm not such a party guy. Really, indeed not. I'm also not a really big drinking guy, even though this year is actually going to be the year that I'm drinking the most. First of all, in February, on my prom, I've been drunk, quite. It might also be, or it might have been a placebo. I'm actually not quite sure about that, to be really honest. Then, when we have graduated, a week ago, on last Thursday, I've also been drinking something, and I've also been slightly drunk, which was kind of astonishing because it's been only a shot and a small beer, and I've already been like just not wasted, of course, but strangely feeling. And the next Saturday, there's gonna be, which is something that I heavily appreciate, there's gonna be a graduation, quote unquote, party, and I really am looking forward to that. I am gonna drink something because the last time it's been very fucking boring. And also, like, I don't know, like I think it is a good way to also pass time and to just have a good time. And I also feel like, well, I can give myself a little bit of pleasure, and I can give myself a little bit of rest and a little bit of shutting down for a day. And afterwards, I don't know, there's not gonna be more reason to be drinking, to be honest. But I don't like partying that much. Unless it is with friends, then I just heavily appreciate it. Only friends, but not with just a lot of fucking other people. A week to party on the beach with friends. I don't know. I actually do have to say that it is probably the most compelling one. So I'm gonna unfortunately take it. What do you trust the most? My senses, my desire, my intuition, my friends. I think my senses. My desire. I would say my senses. I don't know why. Which part of you needs to be satisfied in order for you to feel happy? My senses, my body, my mind, my confidence. My mind. If I'm like not just having any purpose, if I just don't feel well in my mind, then everything is fucked. If you imagine yourself on a journey through the world, what kind of landscape do you picture? Jungle, desert, beach, or a mountain? I do kind of think either it is the jungle or the beach. I'm never thinking about desert, and for sure not about mountains. I'm always seeing mountains, so it's not necessarily something that I'm really looking forward to, I guess. So I'm gonna take the beach. What was the last reason that you went for a walk? To see the leaves changing, to spend time alone in my mind, to get from the garage to my work, to exercise with a friend, to see the leaves changing, to spend time alone in my mind. What role do candles play in your life? No role. I light candles because I love the kind of light they give off. I light them for good luck. I light candles to set an intention for the day. I light candles for birthdays. And this is probably the only thing that I would do for birthdays, because I don't know, I don't care about candles. What kind of problem at work can make you feel the most deeply stressed out? When there is something disturbing about the space, when I have a disagreement with a colleague, when I deeply disagree with a philosophical issue, when I feel like an outsider. I think that when I feel like an outsider. Which kind of nature artifact do you identify with? What? An animal track? An acorn? I don't know what an acorn is. A shell? An animal bone. It's definitely not going to be an animal track, nor is it going to be an animal bone. I'm going to go for a shell, I guess. I'm going to go for a shell. I don't know why. I think it is also kind of the purpose of this quiz, that you don't know why you're just taking these things, but in the end it's going to be like, well, you are a dumbass or something. I don't know. Which animal spirit have you encountered in the dream world? Javelin, butterflies, cats, horses. I don't know what a javelin is. Javelina. Javelina. What is a javelina? Javelina fact sheet. What's that? Isn't it a fucking pig? I think it is. I'm not going to take the pig. The pig. I don't know. None of these actually, but I would go for horses. What color figures most predominantly in your dreams? Green, red, blue, gray. I think blue. What container do you imagine your soul dwells in? A bowl, a bottle, candle holder, a bathtub. A bowl. But not just a regular bowl, it's a wooden bowl. What sort of friend makes you feel the most alive? One who can experience the beauty of life with me, one who can relax and let off steam with me, one who can puzzle through life in my same language, one who will accept me for who I am. I think the same language thing. I think this is a huge thing for me. Which aspect of an intimate relationship makes you feel most exposed? When I have to voice that what I'm thinking, when someone wants to look too closely at what I'm feeling, when someone can see what I'm thinking before I vocalize it, when someone disagrees with something I think at a fundamental level. Yes, I would say so, kind of. If you could cover your being with a kind of blanket, what would you pull over yourself? Leaves, light, cotton, water. Water. I don't know, even though light is also a pretty cool thing. What sound do you hear coming from within? A wool's hovel, a low hum, drum beats, leaves, rustling. I think a low hum. This kind of makes the most sense, even though it kind of feels negative. When you encounter a personal dilemma, where do you look for answers first? I focus on music or art. I ask others for their opinion. I turn inward to see what I really am thinking. I try to guess what others would think. It really depends. It really depends. Sometimes I guess that I'm thinking more than I ask other people, but I also like to do that. What sort of house would your inner self inhabit? A house open to the elements, a home with clear walls, a cozy cottage, a sturdy open space with plenty of room for gathering people together. I think open to the elements. I don't know, I just don't want to be in rainy situations. I think a sturdy open space with plenty of room for gathering people. I would say so. Which legend or tale do you resonate with the most? Robin Hood, King Arthur, Beauty and the Beast, and The Little Mermaid. I think Beauty and the Beast. I don't know. Which mode of carrying your burdens feels more like your life? A pack mule, a valet, a backpack, a rolling suitcase. What is a back mule? And what is a valet? Motherfucker. What is a valet? Am I right? Valet. A valet. I don't know what it is, but I also want a pack mule. I do have a... fuck you. I do have a funny feeling that I am gonna go for the pack mule, even though I don't know what it is. A pack mule. Ein Packesel. I see. I don't know. I think I would go for the backpack. When you fall in love, how does the energy show itself? A new drive to create art, a desire to dance, a compulsion to write, a need to be together at all times. A desire to dance, a new drive to create art, I think. And this is actually it. You got jump roping Batnik. At heart, you are a poet with a flair for adventure and a penchant for the unexpected. Your subconscious is guided by an intuitive introvert who sometimes sports a black turtleneck and cites Shakespeare's in the afternoon. Not really. People may spot you scribbling in a notebook in a cave. This introvert type doesn't take themselves too seriously, though. You often step out of life of the mind to embark on spontaneous adventures or to jump rope on a whim. Your subconscious takes everything it experiences and filters it through a web of images, ideas that have to be expressed somehow. You may not write poetry, but your life expresses your complexity in some poetic way. I think, yeah, kind of accurate. Even though I'm still actually not quite sure whether I'm more introverted than I'm extroverted. Which is also, by the way, a cool thing about alcohol. They are going to be more extroverted and you're just going to talk to people for whatever fucking reason. Yeah, and this has actually been it. So I'm going to link it down in the description so you can check it out as well. Please do so. I think it's pretty interesting. I don't know how accurate it is. I would actually like to just see the other options there. So yeah, anyway. I wish you the best health, happiness, and also success, and also hope that you're going to remind yourself when you're going to be remembered, which basically means your legacy, and basically means just being a nice person and then being remembered as a nice person, which is a good thing. The question of today is, what could you do, what could you create, what could you make, what could you say, what could you speak about that is really going to change somebody, and that is really going to make something happen? Because I believe that we all can do something. On the other hand, 3 other questions that I have for you are, why are you here? What are you trying to change, and what is bothering you the most? These 3 questions are hopefully going to show you your purpose and maybe even a business idea, which is a pretty cool thing. You know, the purpose per se is amazing. You need it. But yeah, anyway, thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. I just appreciate it so much. At this point in time, the channel is actually doing really fucking good. And I appreciate that so much. I really do. Like, I like to see that. I really do. Even though I don't care about the analytics too much, you know, I actually like the process. I like to sit here and talk about things that I think about and that I am concerned about or that I'm interested in, or whatever emotion they're awakening in myself, or awakening, or whatever you say. I just appreciate it, but I still appreciate every single person that is subscribing. There's actually a lot of subscribers lately. I'm at 50 now, which is insane for me. But yeah, I'm hopefully gonna see you the next time. Bye-bye. Stay healthy, stay cool, stay open to new things. And I'm going to see you the next time. I at least hope.